Episode 14 of WWF Let the War Begin. Welcome back. JJ is back again. This one is going to be the only one I do at the moment. So I'm really not feeling 100%. I'm going to try and get this one done because I've got everything set up. Except for those guys who are not in any sort of angle tonight. But also I think I need to arrest the Undertaker for murder. But we'll see. 9,919 people at the Fort Wayne Centre tonight. Or Fort Worth Centre, shall I say. And appreciate about a decent wrestling retreat. Lance Storm and the Nasty Boys defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. and the Steiner Brothers in 7:46 when Lance Storm defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. by with the super kick. Rick Steiner 67, Scott Steiner 68, Rey Mysterio Jr. 70, Lance Storm 61, Joey Sag 65, and Brian Knobbs 62. Brian Knobbs in Technical 69 C+. So not too bad from Lance Storm and Rey Mysterio there. Rey Mysterio out there at 70 and Lance Storm 61. In appreciate about a decent wrestling with the retreat, Yokozuna defeated Jim Powers in 7:39 by pin with the bonsai drop. Jim Powers 38, Yokozuna 80, no promo 68 C+. In appreciate about a decent wrestling below heat, Trevor Guerrero Jr., Crush and IRS defeated Quick Dangles, Sparky Plug and Tommy Dreamer in 8:17 on Crush defeated Tommy Dreamer by pin with the choke slam. Dreamer 55, Sparky Plug 56, Dangles 49, IRS 56, Crush 54, and Trevor Guerrero 55. No work points 56 C-. In a visual out decent wrestling with a retreat, Tetsuya Fujima K, Kaiju Muta, Barry Horowitz and Ace Steel defeat Brian Lawler, Hunter Hearst Downsy, Ken Shamrock and Taz in 8:17 when Ace Steel defeat Brian Lawler by pin with the steel spike. 66 C+, Ace Steel 46, Barry Horowitz 49, Kaiju Muta 74, Tetsuya Fujima 68, Taz 59, Ken Shamrock 72, Hunter Hearst Downsy 57 and Brian Lawler 51. No working race 66 C+. In a appreciate to Paris and Heat, Kyle Karma and Finlay defeat Brian Lee and Doink the Clown in 8:17 when Kyle Karma defeat Brian Lee by pin with the top rope splash. Finlay 47, Kyle Karma 40, Doink the Clown 49, Brian Lee 58, Doink the Clown and Rumble 53 C-. Not bad. In appreciate decent wrestling with a retreat, Tom Pritchard, Rick Martel and Sorry Vega defeat Ron Simmons, Kip James and Kenta Kobashi. In 7:39 Sorry Vega defeat Kenta Kobashi by pin with the Caribbean kick. Kenta Kobashi 71, Kip James 52, Ron Simmons 72, Sorry Vega 58, Rick Martel 57 and Tom Pritchard 54. Sorry Vega performance and Ron Simmons in Technical. No cough at some point during this. A2B to open up the night and the main bit of Raw as we see Kane is tied up in a coffin with a person fire pit behind him, so it's like in the urn where you burn people. And the camera moves back and standing next to the coffin is the Undertaker dressed in black. What you see before you is the end of my brother. I'm going to send him through these flames to hell. Paul Bearer, you want to turn on me and pick this man? The end of you will be soon, and you will rest in peace. We was going to rule the world. I was going to be world champion. You paid DWS to bring Kane in. Bring Kane. And now I'll send him to hell. This basically just pushes that coffin into fire as it catches on fire. Basically. Arrest him now because he's just murdered Kane. Now I'm coming for you, Paul. And I've sent Kane to hell. E2B. Well, way to open up. Burning Kane alive. Why not? In about that decent wrestling below hit the Tudley Boys debut defeating the Head Shrinkers in 8:18 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Fatu by the T 3D. Probably have already debuted actually. Fatu 60, Samu 64, Devon 56, Bubba 54, and no opportunities to have Showless Chemistry. I can't remember if it's this one or the 1997 weekly one where they haven't debuted yet. Probably that one, 63C. In a decent match, Eddie Guerrero defeated 1-2-3 Kid in 8:27 by pinfall using the ropes and leverage. During the match, we also had Big Boss Man running and attack Eddie Guerrero. I have a return storyline, thank you. 1-2-3 Kid 57, Eddie Guerrero 82, no work points. I can't remember if I actually cancelled that storyline because I did end a couple. But yeah, so Big Boss Man is going to be feuding with Eddie Guerrero, 83 at 72. King Kendo isn't there because I needed these three storylines to begin with this segment, so I kind of took King Kendo out and he's got a match next, so that's how we'll do it. We still stand here as your champions. Now, I heard through the grapevine that Danny Boy Collins, Chris Joke and the Hardy Boys have got a problem with us and they want to challenge for the gold in 4 weeks live on pay-per-view. You guys can have a shot if you pin me, Robbie, Doug or Dave. See you out there. Essentially, be honest. In about that, Paris and Heat, King Kendo defeat RVD in 8:29 by pinning and Kawasaki Crash. Warren Dam 60, King Kendo 40, King Kendo Flying is 55 C-. Then we see Ric Flair, the angle we've been waiting for. Gene, last night at the Royal Rumble, Ric Flair won. Now he's going to come to this ring and tell us how he feels. So Ric Flair's moved place and he's in the ring and goes, now, Mean Gene, let me tell you something. I've been around the block, but rehab's helped me stop the drugs. Now, last night I was a surprise entry into the 30-man Royal Rumble. And now the main event at WrestleMania said it's going to be me and Sting for the WWF Championship. Ooh, yay. WrestleMania. WrestleMania. I could have waited a few more weeks to do the Royal Rumble, because I think next week or the week after Shawn Michaels is returning. But right now, Ric Flair is back. Now, Sting, me and you have been around the block and have met before. But let's make this the most exciting WrestleMania of them all. Sting, I'm going to be WWF champion. It's going to happen live on pay-per-view in 3 months' time. Woo, woo, woo! So 9B from Ric Flair. In a bad very decent wrestling, but little heat, Edge and Christian defeat Harlem Heat in 750 when Cage defeats Stevie Ray by pinfall. Stevie Ray 55, Booker T 63, Cage 50, Edge 51. Booker T in performance and Christian Cage in performance, 59C. ATB from Diesel. Now you loser fans want to cheer for Bret Hart. You think he's cool? He's not. He's a waste of space. He needs to be sent packing for the WWF, and he comes out there saying he's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. It's bullshit. And I'm not having it. In 4 weeks, in your house, I'm going to face Bret Hart, and it will be my time. And Bret, it's time to retire. So yeah, he's talking about the March in Your House pay-per-view, which I haven't given a proper name to yet, because I haven't even thought about it. But yes, one of the matches, and the first match on that card will be Bret Hart versus Diesel and ATB. Yeah, some good promos tonight. This did good at 67C plus, and about a decent wrestling with a cheat. Danny Boy Collins, Chris Jericho, and Hardy Boys defeated the UK Invasion. William Regal, Dave Taylor, and Roy Brookside. Jericho 67, Matt Hardy 55, Jeff Hardy 60, Danny Boy Collins 50, Roy Brookside 54, Dave Taylor's 54, Doug Williams 60, William Regal 76, no work of print. So that does mean we've got a series of matches being booked for In Your House in March, and it will be the Hardy Boys taking on the UK Invasion for the tag team titles. It will be Chris Jericho challenging William Regal for that beautiful, prestigious Intercontinental title, because that's what I've gone for. Can we not go for heels? Thank you. Faces Chris Jericho. Thank you. And of course, the storyline we've had going on for a few weeks over the course of a few pay-per-views is going to continue, because it's been good fun. And I'm actually now going to make it an official permanent storyline. It'll be Danny Boy Collins and Roy Brookside for the European. So there you go, another few matches booked. In about good wrestling detail, Goldust defeated Juice from the Liger in 8-10 by Pimple the Bulldog. Goldust 72, Liger 81 and 73B minus. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Yokozuna backstage and they have a massive brawl. That's their storyline. In about good wrestling detail, Psycho Sid defeated Masahiro Chono in 806 by Pimple the Chokeslam. Psycho Sid 59, Masahiro Chono 83, Psycho Sid in performance 73B minus. And then Jerry Lawler gets a 78B, which is good. These promos are really good tonight. So Roddy, they're calling us the stars of the 80s, the flag bearers of wrestling. I don't think so. You never held the amount of titles I have. I want these fans cheering you and not me. I'm the king and I'm the star of the World Wrestling Federation. Sorry guys. In a good match, the Big Boss Man defeated Steve Austin in 822 by pinfall to Bubba Slam. Following finish from Yokozuna, Steve Austin 74, Big Boss Man 71. No work for him, 71C plus. I will be changing his match, his finishes and stuff in a bit. In a good match, Diesel and Jerry Lawler defeated Roddy Piper and Bret Hart in 736. When Diesel defeated Roddy Piper by pinfall to Jackknife Powerbomb, Bret Hart carried the match. Hart 94, Roddy Piper 69, Jerry Lawler 72, Diesel 71. Diesel in performance 73B minus. Our main event tonight is The Undertaker versus Ric Flair. Gets an 88B. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated The Undertaker in 2028 by submission with a figure 4 leg lock. Undertaker 95, Flair 93. After the match, Ric Flair celebrating when Sting runs in and beats him up and goes, "This is my title," 76B minus. Then we've got some post-show matches tonight. We've got 3 post-show matches. These 2 are from our developmental company. In a post-show ad, Sub Power Wrestling non-existent crowd heat Owen Hart and Scotty Riggs. Defeat Ultraman Robin and Shane Helms 759 and Owenhart defeat Shane Helms by submission to Sharpshooter. Shane Helms 40, Ultraman Robin 78, Scotty Riggs 48, Owenhart 84. Shane Helms improving in performance 4016. In a post-show bout, in a decent post-show match, Jim the Deanhart, American Kickboxer, another one of our independent guys, Mankind. So Jim the Deanhart, Kawada, and Mankind defeat American Kickboxer, Bam Bam, and Dave Boy. 748 in Kawada defeated Dave Boy by pinfall with a powerbomb hold. Mankind's headshots are out, so that's fine. Dave Boy 82, Bam Bam 72, American Kickboxer 29, Mankind 92, Kawada 68, Jim the Deanhart 65, Mankind in performance 54 C-. And then there's a per post-show bout. Sting defeats Shane Douglas in 828 by pinfall with a Scorpion Death Drop. Shane Douglas 58, Sting 100, no work confirms, a 54 C-. We're going to end the show there, my friends, with an 83 B+, and I'll see you guys next week for another edition of Monday Night Raw. Welcome back. I'm sorry I was silent then, I was trying to just clear everything up. Right, let's move the computer a bit closer. Dog sitting again, woohoo! So the next few recordings will probably be more than one dog sitting. Still not 100%, so be aware of that when we start recording tonight. 9,390 people at the IO Getaway Arena. In a push about decent wrestling below Heat, Trevor Gray Jr., Harlan Heat, and defeat Ace Steel on Edge and Christian, and Booker T defeat Ace Steel by pin with the Harlem Hangover. Cage 52, Edge 55, Steel 47, Trevor Gray 61, Steve Ray 54, Booker T 60. Tristan Cage improving performance, good, 59C. In a push about decent wrestling below in the battle of Paris and Little Heat, Landstorm defeat Jim Powers in 744 by pinfall. Landstorm 64, Jim Powers 40, no work for 58C-. And a push about decent wrestling below cheat, Carl Carmen King Canada defeat Firma Sparky Plug and Brian Lee in 820 when Carl Carmen defeated Brian Lee by pinfall with the top rope splash. Brian Lee 59, Sparky Plug 57, King Kendo 44, Carl Carmen 52. Sparky Plug's got a gimmick was getting stale, still fixed out 57C-. We need to get on that. In a pitch about decent wrestling, but on cheat, Rip Martel and the Nasty Boys defeat Kip James and the Head Shrinkers in 743 and Jay Staggs defeat Samu by pinfall. Fatu 58, Samu 59, Kip James 54, Rip Martel 63, Jay Staggs 65, Brian Knob 65, Jay Staggs in performance 65C. In a feature out October Wrestling non-assistant crowd heat, Brian Lawler, Kawada and Tom Pritchard defeat Chris Harris, Ultraman Robin and Fazdal Norte in 826 and Tom Pritchard defeat Chris Harris by pinfall. 20, 30, Ultraman Robin 34, Harris 21, Pritchard 56, Kawada 66, Brian Lawler 48, Kawada in performance, Alfred performance and Tom Pritchard in performance 50D+. Let's get past that. An 88B to open up the night. As Sting stands in the ring and he goes, the performance of Sting was fantastic, awesome. I am your WWF champion and I fight for you. Now in 3 weeks I have to face Diesel, but I'm going to retain this title. Now Flair, you're facing Bret the Hitman Hart in 3 weeks, but your biggest challenge is going to be me. Now we have faced before, but this WrestleMania is the biggest show in the world, the biggest night. I'm going to fight and I'm going to be your reigning, defending world champion. Right. Drink there. So this match is being cancelled. Boo, JJ. The reason being is the match has now been changed. Last minute change. And it will be Diesel taking on the Icon Sting. He's not the Icon yet, but we're going to be making him the Icon of WWF, Sting. And Ric Flair will take on Bret Hart. Now, there is another match going to be happening at the show. On that match I will be sorting out later on. Kane. Nope, not Kane. Kane's on holiday. The Undertaker is going to be on holiday as well. Probably not. Well, he's probably not going to be. Probably not wrestling on the show. You'll find out why later. Now, one of the matches I want to do is this. I'm not going to have the big final match between the Roddy Piper. So, Roddy Piper and Jerry Lawler will be in tag team action up at both of the next pay-per-views. So that. Sorry if I just blown your ears out then. Still not 100%. Not Big Boss Man. It'll be Steve Austin joining the forces of Roddy Piper and Yokozuna joining the forces of Jerry the King Lawler. So that is the card. Now, I know that Steve Austin is going to kick the arse, but he's on about his tag match. But yeah, and then Ric Flair comes out and he goes, I know I've done bad things, but I'm going to fight Bret Hart and prove to you and every one of these fans I deserve this shot. You see, Sting, they welcome me with open arms, but I get booed and told to go back to WWF, not till I get the world title. Vince and the rest of WWF are blind. I'm here to give WCW leverage in this war when I beat Sting for the WWF World Championship. Sorry, the WWF Championship. I'm going back to WCW. You see this shirt? Go and watch this show instead. And he's basically wearing the Monday Nitro shirt, okay? Sting jumps out of the ring and he starts ripping the shirt off, but Skitty flood the stage where they are and split them up. Late AB plus, great way to open up the night. That'll lead into the main event later on. Our opening match in a battle that's up in a little heat. Tommy Dreamer defeats Scotty Riggs in 8:25 by pinfall. Scotty Riggs 46, Tommy Dreamer 53. No work for his 53 C-. Not a bad match. Hopefully I'll be able to have some cough medicine when my fiance comes up here and I'll be able to record a bit better. And about a good wrestling and decent match for the crowd, Kaiju Muta defeat Goldust in 8:27 by pinfall the Shining Wizard. Goldust 72, Kaiju Muta 70. No work for his 73 B-. Jericho's in the back with Howard Finkel and the four guys. And he goes, last week, us four won title matches at In Your House Vengeance. It's going to be a night you won't want to miss, so call your pay-per-view provider and order this pay-per-view now. Because on that night, the UK Invasion title run will be ended for the final time when we become the new WWF champions. 58 C-, not bad. I know the storyline's lost heat, but I can't complain with that. In about decent wrestling energy, IRS defeat Doink McClown in 7:52 by pin with a flying lariat. IRS 57, Doink McClown 50. Or Erwin R. Shyster. No recommends 56 C-. And then we see Taker arrive, but then we see Paul scream and he goes, he has arrived! The man who murdered my brother! His brother and my monster Kane has arrived! But he will be gone soon! And with this we see cars surrounding the Undertaker. The police jump out and arrest the Undertaker. And they're basically like, Undertaker, you're under arrest for the murder of Kane. You don't have to say anything, but anything you do relate with our own court. I don't know if that's what they say in America, but there you go. And then they leave him in the back of the car. And then you hear Paul go, it is done, master. The Undertaker is gone. And Paul sits on the floor laughing. No work for 76 B-. Well, the Undertaker is not on the card tonight, just be aware. He's been arrested. In a decent match, Dave Boy and Batman Bigelow defeat 1-2 Kid and Shane Douglas in 7:44, and Dave Boy Smith defeat 1-2 Kid by pin with the running power slam. Batman Bigelow 72, Dave Boy 79, Shane Douglas 58, 1-2 Kid 63, 1-2 Kid in performance 71 C+. So Bret Hart's in the back and he goes, now, WWF might not have booked me to face you at Vengeance, but I'm coming for you, Diesel. Without me and Sting, the WC will be winning this war. For the time you was in rehab for a little addiction, we was here fighting for the fans. You want to say I don't belong here and should go to WC3? Why don't you go back, arsehole? 77B, I think Trick's a bit too strong. Can't complain with a 77B from Bret Hart. In a bad decent wrestling with a cheat, the Steiner Brothers defeated the Dudley Boys in 8:14, when Scott Steiner defeated Bobby Ray Dudley by pin with the Steinerizer. Devon 56, Bubba Ray 56, Rick 80, Scott 79, no work Prince 73B-. In about decent wrestling, but little heat, the UK Invasion, Finley, Roy Brookside, Doug Williams, Dave Taylor, and Renee Regal defeat Jericho, Hardy, Matt Hardy, Danny Boy, Chris Daniels in 7:58 when William Regal defeated Danny Boy Connors by pin with the exploded suplex. Regal 77, Dave Taylor 54, Doug Williams 60, Robbie 53, Finley 57, Daniels 51, Danny 53, Matt Hardy 57, Jeff Hardy 66, and Chris Jericho 70, 68 C+. Finley in Rumble, Matt Hardy in Techno, and Danny Boy in Proven Performance, 68 C+. Then we see Ted DiBiase in the back, and he's with the Big Boss Man. And he goes, hope you guys like the new $1 Million Corporation, man. The Big Boss Man. Now, last week, Eddie Guerrero, you found what this man can do. WCW lost another star to the enemy. What you going to do now? Sit and cry? Well, Avenging is going to be Eddie Guerrero versus the Big Boss Man, and oh boy, it's going to be an easy win. And he does his signature laugh. You know what Ted DiBiase's signature laugh is? Now, the reason for this is Mankind was meant to have a storyline. He hasn't got a storyline. I like to have I can love to do a heel Ted DiBiase promo. I love Ted DiBiase, so I've thrown him into the storyline with the Big Boss Man and Eddie Guerrero. But then this storyline's going to advance a bit and have a few more guys playing the bandwagon. You'll get to see that in a minute. Let's move on. So what is he about? He goes, so he's going to low blow me because he won more titles than me. Who main evented WrestleMania 1? Alright, that's me. Alright, me. Who battled Hogan throughout the 80s? Me. Where was you in the territories? I was the man that killed the territories. Without me and Hogan, places like JCP and AWA might be still open. But oh no, they're not. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to retire with Jerry the King Lawler. And it's going to be beautiful. So yes, I haven't decided a name for the next thing in House, but I'm sorry if I keep choking, but I haven't had my cough medicine this morning because I forgot to do it, and I forgot to have my inhaler before recording, so my bronchitis is still kicking up. 75B minus, let's move on. And in about a good wrestling and decent crowd, Rey Mysterio Jr., Juice Van Der Liger and Eddie Guerrero defeated $1 Million Corporation, Big Boss Man, Crush and Mankind in the 736 when Eddie Guerrero defeated Big Boss Man by pinfall and Frog Splash. Now, thrown into this storyline will be, because I feel that this is the best way. Crush's contract ended and I did let him go and then I brought him back. So in this storyline will also be Mankind and Liger will be added. And so will Crush and Rey Mysterio Jr. will also be added. Now the reason for this is, I think this is going to help me be able to utilise those talents a lot more than what I have before. I know that Crush does leave the WWF eventually. At 32, I can't complain. I'm going to see if I can get him to be any better. But we'll see. If not, he'll be a great piece of work to get Rey Mysterio over. Eddie Guerrero 81, Juice Van Der Liger 80, Rey Mysterio Jr. 67, Mankind 91, Crush 54, Big Boss Man 69, Mankind in technical and Big Boss Man in performance. You see, Rey Mysterio Jr. is already getting better in ring performances and Crush. 71C plus. See, Mankind's head and shoulders, but Crush is the weak link. So yeah, that's going to be the storyline. It's going to be $1 Million Corporation versus the Luchadors facing these guys. 71C plus. In about good wrestling in such a crowd, Owen Hart defeats Tetsuya Fujima in 8-12 by pinfall. Tetsuya Fujima 68, Owen Hart 84. Tetsuya Fujima in performance 71C plus. Steve Austin in the back and he goes, you see, the WWF have this fat Japanese man walking around here. He wants to start a fight. Oh well, he's got it. I'm going to kick that fat bastard's ass with vengeance, and that's the bottom line because Austin 316 said so. 35B minus. In about a good wrestling and decent crowd, Psycho Sid and Roddy Piper defeated Masahiro Chono and Jerry Lawler in 850 when Roddy Piper defeated Jerry Lawler by pinfall. Masahiro Chono carried the match in ring performance. Roddy Piper 69, Psycho Sid 62, Lawler 67, Masahiro Chono 85, Sid in Technical 73B minus. A video plays hyping up Bret Hart, Steve Austin and Sting, taking on Ric Flair, Diesel and Yokozuna. A2B. In about superb wrestling in great heat, Bret Hart, Steve Austin and Sting defeated Ric Flair, Yokozuna and Diesel in 28-7 when Sting defeated Yokozuna by pinfall with a Scorpion Death Drop. Sting 700, Steve Austin 74, Bret Hart 93, Diesel 71, Yokozuna 83 and Ric Flair 94. No work in progress in 82B. That is the end of Monday Night Raw. The Undertaker's been arrested. A 79B. What the hell is going on with this company? Oop. Didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to quickly... breaking everything. Oh, I didn't mean to do that either. So yeah, 79B. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys with Monday Night Raw next week. We're now 2 weeks away from Vengeance. We'll see you again real soon. Back. It's now freaking the day following I did the last episode, number 2. I only did one recording yesterday. I was going to do this one last night, but I've got really suddenly ill. Literally feeling sick, nauseous. And yeah, well, what was going on? I'm alright now, not feeling as bad now. I've had some soup for breakfast and I assume alright, but we'll see how the day goes. But these are the results from Monday Night Raw, being held by WWF World Wrestling Federation in front of 9,236 people at the Cross Insurance Arena. And the feature had DC Wrestling defeat the Nasty Boys and the UK Invasion, defeated Steiner Brothers and the Hardy Boys in 8:28 when Jay Sags defeated Matt Hardy by pinfall. Matt Hardy 53, Jeff Hardy 61, Rick Steiner 68, Scott Steiner 66, Dave Taylor 55, Doug Williams 61, Jay Saggs 63, Brian Knobbs 60. Jeff Hardy Rumble 64C. You'll see that the main card is very, very packed tonight. We've got some interesting promos as well tonight. Even though I booked most of this yesterday, I can't remember what I booked, so change. And the pre-show had Subpar Wrestling, Little Heat, Jim Powers, Danny Boy Collins, Barry Horace, Ace Steel, and Rey Mysterio Jr. defeat Lance Storm, Trevor Guerrero, Kyle Karma, King Kendo, and Finley in 8:22, and Jim Powers defeat Trevor Guerrero by pinfall. Rey Mysterio 65, Barry Horowitz, Ace Steel 44, Barry Horowitz 47, Danny Boy 50, Jim Powers 39, Finley 55, King Kendo 45, Kyle Karma 45, Trevor Guerrero 56, and Lance Storm 55. Trevor Guerrero in fourth, 57C minus. In a pre-show battle, a decent wrestling retreat, Doink the Clown and Chris Jericho defeated Roy Brookside and Ronnie Regal in 7:35 when Jericho defeated Regal by pinfall. Jericho 67, Doink the Clown 49, Regal 73, Brookside 55, No Work Pros 68C+. Excuse me. In a pre-show, decent wrestling retreat, Scotty Riggs 1-2-3 Kid, Kawada and Rick Martel defeat Kaiji Muta, Juan Simmons, Sparky Plug, and Kenta Kobashi in 0-3 when 1-2 for Kid defeat Kenta Kobashi by pinfall. Kenta Kobashi 70, Slim and Sparky Plug 58, Juan Simmons 66, Kaiji Muta 78, Rick Martel 58, Kawada 70, Scotty Riggs 1-2-3 Kid 66, and Scotty Riggs 45. Kawada in performance 1-2 for Kid in Rumble, Techno, and Performance 70C+. Thank you, Bruce Kidney. Ow. In a decent pre-show match, IRS, Solly Vega and Shane Douglas defeat David Boy, Eddie Guerrero, and Kip James in 7:56, and Solly Vega defeat Eddie Guerrero by pin of the Caribbean Click. Shane Douglas has cracked his tailbone. Kip James 54, Eddie Guerrero 77, David Boy 84, Shane Douglas 61, Vega 58, IRS 55. Solly Vega improving the Rumble, 73B minus. Kip James got a gimmick that's going stale. We'll have a look at that in a minute. 73B minus. Thank you. So I'm just going to quickly Sparky Plug. Well, Sparky Plug's going to be gone after this show anyway. I'm going to get rid of him. Sort of. Yeah, Bob Holly isn't going. If anyone asks, Bob Holly, I am not releasing or getting rid of Bob Holly at any time. Bob Holly is staying on the roster. I need to shut down and restart my PC when I've done this because the plug's fallen out. I want to try and get this done and Summer TNA done today. That's the object of today's mission. You know what I'm like. Never happens. So I'll make sure to check that afterwards. Yeah, but a decent pre-show match. Jerry Lawler, Matthew Trainer, and Taz defeat Glenn Gilbert, the Ultraman Robin, and Bam Bigelow in 8:12. And Jerry Lawler defeat Ultraman Robin by pinfall. Here's the weak link. That's fine. Bigelow 78, Ultraman Robin 32, Glenn Gilbert 50, Taz 66, Masahiro Trainer 85, Jerry Lawler 70, Ultraman Robin in Technical, and Glenn Gilbert in Performance 73B minus. But Glenn might be called up. So we open up the show with The Undertaker being interviewed by the police or cops or whatever the hell you want to call them wherever you are in the world. And the police go, tell us what happened and where is your brother? And Undertaker goes, he's on the underworld. Underworld. Living and safe. He's learning the powers, and if you go to the parlour where I burned him, you'll find no signs of him. And the police go, he set him on fire on live TV. He did not burn. That was a portal to the underworld. He's safe and will return to beat me soon. I must be at war this week. I need to stop Paul. And the police go, Paul is not at war. He's here with us. And so he goes, fine. I'll stay, but I won't be answering any more questions. So we'll find out next week. I will do the promo for next week. And we'll find out what Paul Bearer has to say. But an 81B from The Undertaker. Cannot complain. 59C in a decent match. Brian Lee defeats Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 5:45 by pin for the cancellation. Paul Bearer did good work ringside. He sustained a broken nose. Brian Lee 55. Hunter Hearst Helmsley 16. No work improvements. A 59C. Not a bad way to open up Monday Night Raw. Thank you, Tony Gare, for informing me that we got a broken nose. Even though the game already informs me that. In a decent match, Jim Dean Hart defeated Tetsuya Fujima 6:23 by pin for the Anvil Flatliner. Tetsuya Fujima 69, Jim Dean Hart 62. Fujima in performance, a 69C+. And then we see you've got Gene Oakland in the back. Oh yeah, this is where Jim. So the commentators get involved on tonight's show because I thought I'd do a bit of that. So Brett goes, so tonight, that big man Diesel meets me one-on-one. But now he's using his real name, Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, tonight's main event is going to be a fight. And I'm going to lock my sharpshooter and make you tap out. And then Jim Ross goes, well, that's a huge main event. With The Undertaker under arrest, anything can happen tonight. And Matt Molson goes, look, I made this match because of the because of the stuff both wrestlers have said last week and the week before on hashtag on Monday Night Raw. And this goes, but I have some great news. 2 weeks from tonight, Shawn Michaels and Brian Pillman return. But look who's back next. It's Razor Ramon. Yes, 2 weeks' time. They will be back. In a battle of superb wrestling and good heat, Razor Ramon defeated Owen Hart in 7:32 by pinfall with a fall away slam. Owen Hart 84, Razor Ramon 81. No work from 73 minus. Welcome back, Razor Ramon. Look who else is back. Better known as Johnny Polo at this time, but I've sent him to rehab because he had drug addiction, and I've brought him back as Raven. So I'm going to quickly handle the gimmick change. He's got his train of average, and he sits in the back and goes, the Raven has landed in WWF. And it's time for violence and blood to take over. In a war, only one side wins. But I'm not here for blood. I'm here for the new title. And tonight, whoever you put in that ring, be it RVD or Tommy, anywhere will go down. Anyone will go down. Quote the Raven, nevermore. So anyone C+, I love Raven. A Raven promo I love to write because it's very ominous, and I do know how to write. I'm not very good at writing a Raven promo, but I like Raven the character. And then William Regal, Doug Williams, Roy Brookside, and Chris Roy Brookside. So the UK invasion get into a massive backstage fight with Chris Jericho, Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Danny Boy Collins for 5D. And then we get in about a decent wrestling energy. The Dudley Boys defeat Dead Shrink in 7:37 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Samu by pinfall for 3D. Fatu 60, Samu 63, Bubba Devon 64, Bubba Ray 57, no work from 64C, can't complain. And then we got Joe Lawler, he goes, last week I sat in a locker room and listened to what Roddy said. Now, I heard he's going to retire me. He was behind the territories being ended. And that was the owner, that wasn't him, that was the owner of Vince McMahon. So at WrestleMania, it's going to be a loser retires from in-ring competition, and it's going to be you, Roddy. So yeah, the loser, we're going to make sure I make this permanent. Roddy or Jerry will retire after WrestleMania, depending on who I decide I want to retire. But I know someone who is retiring after WrestleMania, so 75B minus. And in a battle of good heat and decent wrestling, the Big Boss Man defeated Psycho Sid in 7:01 by pin with a Bubba Slam. Psycho Sid 64, Big Boss Man 73. No work improved, 72B minus. Steady was did good work ringside. Big Boss Man is celebrating his victory in the ring when Eddie Guerrero, Juice Wonderliger, and Rey Mysterio come in and attack him. Big Boss Man was beaten down to the mat by those three. Team Mass Warriors. In a battle of good wrestling, the international crowd, Roddy Piper defeated Goldust in 7:57 by pinfall. Jim Ross and Jay Lawler have pretty good chemistry, calling match together. Roddy Piper 76, Goldust 72. No work improved, 73B minus. And that is a kind of. In about decent wrestling, Raven defeated Tommy Dreamer, Crush, and RVD in a hardcore match in 7:38. Raven defeated Rob Van Dam by pinfall the Everflow DVD. He is now your WWF in hardcore champion. Raven 65, Dreamer 55, Crush 58, and Rob Van Dam 52. Raven improving performance 66C+. The hardcore title has arrived. I do believe that I can have a bit of fun with this. And Raven is your initial hardcore champion. Another reason why I brought the title in now is because I wanted Raven to hold it. Ric Flair's in the back and he goes, now in 2 weeks, I've got to face Bret Hart of Vengeance. Now I'm not scared. But the WWF have taken the biggest nut of mine in Sting's careers. You see, in 2 weeks, you want to tell fans that Shawn and Pillman are coming back. That's fine. Just to make people buy the pay-per-view. Well done. Just put my name on that card. And ticket sales will go through the roof. Because I'm the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo, woo, woo. 74B minus. In a bad Pro Wrestling Little Heat, Brian Lee defeated Chris Daniels in 8:19 by pinfall the top rope leg drop. Brian Lawler 39, Chris Daniels 54. Chris Daniels in performance 51D+. Can't complain. Mr. Fuji's man goes, Steve Austin, I sent a message to my Yokozuna. I'm sorry if I don't spell it very well. And live in 2 weeks, he'll team with Jerry to face Steve Austin and Roddy Piper. He's told me he's going to hit the bonsai drop and pin 1, 2, 3 to end of Steve Austin. 72B minus. Well done, Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna. If you want to see more Yokozuna, watch WWF 1985, where Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji are both managing each other in 1985 WWF, along with The Undertaker, Mankind, and a few other. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, you name it, they're there. In about Subpar Wrestling and Great Heat, Ric Flair, Yokozuna, and Mankind defeated Liger, Steve Austin, and Sting. In 829, Ric Flair defeated Liger by pinfall. Sting 100, Steve Austin 78, Liger 80, Mankind 91, Yokozuna 84, Ric Flair 93. No occurrence. Also, if you want to see another series of World Wrestling Federation, and you want to be a couple of years ahead of this one, and you want to see what happens after the Montreal Screwjob, with me booking it, go and watch WWF Weekly 1997. We also got Impact Wrestling and a load of others. Cheap plug. In about a decent wrestling with a much little Heat, Edge and Christian defeat Harlem Heat in 756, when Christian Cage defeated Stevie Ray by pinfall. Stevie Ray 56, Booker T 66, Christian Cage 54, Edge 51. Cage improved in form 62C. A video plays hyping up Bret Hart versus Kevin Nash. In a superb match, Kevin Nash defeated Bret Hart in 1432 by pinfall by using underhanded tactics. Kevin Nash had a ring performance 67. Bret Hart 93. No work room 78B. I had you fooled. Yes, he's back. After the match, Kevin Nash celebrates his win when the music of Shawn Michaels hits and he comes out and beats up Kevin. Then Bret gets up and helps him before Brian Pillman comes out and helps an 81B to close out the night. Why the hell not? Brian Pillman's arrived. I thought, Brian Pillman comes. Loose Cannon Davies, Loose Cannon Gimmicks got a shot of average. And Jim goes, well, guys, that's it for Monday Night Raw. They're back 2 weeks before they were meant to be. Well, things have hotted up here on Monday Night Raw. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next week. In 81B, we're going to end the show there, my friends. Oh, are you sure want to continue without dressing this? No. Complete his face turn. It was complete success. Shawn Michaels is now babyface. End the show. 77B, my friends. I know for a fact we're going to beat WCW Monday Nitro. And I've got to see you guys next week for the Go Home edition of For Vengeance of Monday Night Raw. 600 people have come out tonight to witness Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, this coming Sunday night is Vengeance. We are live, we are uncensored, and we are ready to rock and roll. It would be better if I wasn't feeling so ill. But in the future, I had decent wrestling with Little Heat, Finley, Lance Storm, Trevor Guerrero Jr., and Scotty Riggs. Defeat Jim Powers, Danny Boy Collins, Ace Steel, and Rey Mysterio Jr. In the 741, Trevor Guerrero defeat Danny Boy Collins by pinfall. Rey Mysterio 67, Ace Steel 46, Danny Boy 53, Jim Powers 37, Scotty Riggs 48, Trevor Guerrero 58, Lance Storm 62, Finley 59, Scotty Riggs in Rumble 60C. I don't know. I'll get to it. In a push about decent wrestling, we'll shoot the Hardy Boys defeat the Nasty Boys in 809 when Jeff Hardy defeat Joey Stags by pinfall the Omega Effect. Matt Hardy 60, Jeff Hardy 66, Joey Stags 70, Knob 65, No Work Improved 69C+. In a future about Subpar Wrestling All Heat, Chris Daniels, Barry Horwitz and Head Shrinkers defeat UK Invasion, Doug Williams, Dave Taylor, Carl Carmen, King Kendo. In A3, and Daniels defeat King Kendo by Pure the Last Rights. Jesus Christ. Fatu 51, Samir 57, Barry Horwitz 44. Daniels got a 50, not bad. King Kendo 40, Carl Carmen 49, Dave Taylor 50, Doug Williams 62, King Kendo and Rumble. I can also get rid of that because I have dealt with that. I have tweaked one of the gimmicks. So I'm just going to quickly edit this because I've got to do it before starting to record because I'm a wombat. 55C minus, not bad much. And a future had decent wrestling, but in a Little Heat, Rick Martel and Kawada defeat Jericho and Tommy Dreamer in 821. Rick Martel defeat Tommy Dreamer by pinfall. Tommy Dreamer 60, Jericho 69, Kawada 70, Rick Martel 59. Kawada in performance. Chris Jericho and Tommy Dreamer have a great chemistry team together, which is interesting. Now, I did have a promo for this, but it vanished and I couldn't be bothered to rewrite it all because I've already done it once. But we're going to give this a go. The fans are going to bring the weapons at Vengeance, and it will be current reigning defending hardcore champion Raven. Quote the Raven, nevermore. He will be in action against none other than Tommy Dreamer. Now, there is a character on this show called who will be coming up in just a second. I know that he never appeared in WWF, but I wanted a new character for a certain wrestler. You'll know this wrestler because I mentioned that he was going to be going last week. Sparky Plug is now going to become Suicide. I am not going to hide who the person is, but because I don't want to, because I think it's only fair that I share with you guys what the plan is. And that is the plan, and that's what's going to be happening. George H.W. Bush has died today, date in the episode. The 1st of December, which is quite sad. 24 days before Christmas, but he was old, 98. And I will continue in just a second, because my fiance has contacted me. So, gentlemen, we'll continue this in just a few seconds. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but the missus comes first, I'm afraid, because I don't get to see her until late tonight, and I'm at my mum and dad's house dog sitting, so she's coming over for dinner, because we only live 15 minutes down the road, quite literally, probably less than that, in another village, so she's coming up for dinner tonight, because we ain't got a lot of food. So yeah, she was calling me. But yeah, Chris Jericho, Tommy Dreamer, Quad in performance, 69C plus, Tommy 60, Jericho 69, Quad 70, Rick Martel 59. Nice little tag match. Then we got a little, oh, here he is! In a push about decent wrestling, Madonna Cheat, Brian Lee, Suicide, and Kenta Kobashi defeat Brian Lawler, Crush and IRS. In 7th year in Suicide defeat, Crush by pin for the dropkick. Need to get rid of that out of his arsenal. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. Ted DiBiase did some good work at ringside. Who's Paul Bearer managing? Right, okay. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. I'm going to have to have a look and see who's managing that then. Kenta Kobashi 71, Suicide 52, Brian Lee 54, IRS 55, Crush 54, Brian Lawler 51. No work improvements because Paul Bearer is not meant to be there tonight. 62C, can't complain. Let's handle the changes for Suicide. Boom, 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 boom. He's a fan zone gimmick. 62C, not bad at all. And then these two are on the one night deal. And if it's about Total Wrestling, non-existent crowd, I would only need to hire one person for Undertaker's wrestling. Zoe Vega and Roy Brookside defeated Matt Houston and Scotty Zappa in 809 when Roy Brookside defeated Scotty Zappa by pin for the flying crossbody. Roy Brookside 53, Zoe Vega 56, Scotty Zappa 23, Matt Houston 32. Roy Brookside in Technical Performance and Scotty Zappa in Technical Performance. He's going to probably get signed to our training grounds. So Paul Bearer's in the back. This is going to destroy my throat, but I'm going to do it anyway. I was with The Undertaker for years, and he was jealous. Oh, yes, he was. He made Kane burn down their home, and Kane was put in a mental asylum. Oh, yes. I looked after The Undertaker for years, and after that, I paid Ted DiBiase to release Kane to the world. Oh, yes, I did. Now he comes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Help me. Help me. No, no, no. And the police look very confused at him. But then a bright light fills the room and Paul is gone. We hear The Undertaker laughing, but we can't see him. And he goes, I told you I was powerful. Now I made him go. And now let me go from this place. And the police are scared because The Undertaker's not in the room. They go, we need to go next door. And we're not letting him go yet. 58C minus. Not the best opening, but yeah, this is going to be even worse. In a Battle Terrible Wrestling non-existent crowd, a monster abyss. Do-do-do-do. Defeats Doink the Clan in 7:59 by pin for the choke slam. Doink the Clan slowly off his game. Monster Abyss debuted his monster going above average. Doink the Clan 44. The Monster Abyss 29. No work for 40D minus. What a debut for the Man Abyss. In a bad decent wrestling, Majid Harlem Heat defeated Steiner Brothers in 8:23 and Booker T for Rick Steiner by pin for the Towering Inferno. Stevie Ray 60, Booker T 58, Rick Steiner 75, Scott Steiner 81. No work improvements to 73B minus. And then we have Shawn Michaels in the back and goes, I'm not meant to be here until next week. Next week's Raw. But last week I made my return to the shock of these fans. And now the Heartbreak Kid is ready to fight. Tonight Brian Pillman and Kevin Nash are going through hell. Avengers is Sunday night. Brian Pillman, me and you will lock up. Here tonight, we'll lock horns. But tonight, I join forces with a man who I have not seen eye to eye with, Bret Hart. Whereas last week he made a shock win by cheating, this week will not be the same. This is the night where Shawn gets back in that ring, and tonight it's a fight. It is fight night, and I'm going to kick Kevin Nash and Pillman's ass. An 80B. What a freaking promo from them two. Jeez. I am so sorry for all this coughing, but hey, I'm ill. Leave me alone. So Shawn Michaels, who turned face last week from being a heel because we needed it to happen, and he's taken on Brian Pillman. Beautiful. And about that decent wrestling, our Raven defeated RVD in a tables match in episode 6 when Rob Van Dam was put for the table and made defense number 1 of his hardcore title. Rob Van Dam 63, Raven 62. Rob Van Dam in performance 67 C+. So DB Austin the band goes, why is everyone on the screen, including Rome Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero? There's only meant to be these 5 people. These 2 are not meant to be on the screen. Sunday Night Live is going to be a destruction. Narrating your little friends want to start a fight with my $1 million corporation. That's fine, but I hope you're ready to lose live this Sunday night. 77B. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog, but he's after a stroke, so can't do a lot about that. The other one's asleep in the chair, the little girl. So Roddy's in the band. He goes, WrestleMania. Jerry Lawler is going to retire, and it's going to be a night etched in history. Now this Sunday night, me and Steve Austin take on Jerry and the big guy Yokozuna. And it's going to be a fight like no other. Because me, Steve, are going to kick their asses, and that's the bottom line. Because Roddy Piper said so. So both the storylines have segment 75 minutes. I've now made this picture like this for the next few months, so that you can probably spell Yokozuna's name right. In a bad decent wrestling below Heat, Edge and Christian defeated the Dudley Boys in 8:31 when Christian Cage defeated Bubba Ray Dudley by pinfall. Devon 54, Bubba Ray 57, Cage 57, Edge 60, Devon in flying at 61C. Not bad. In the bad good wrestling and decent match crowd, Big Boss Man defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 8:10 by pinfall the Boa Slam. Boss Man 74, Bam Bam 78, no work improvement 73B minus. And then we've got William Regal. Of course, Finley's not in the back because I can't fit him in for the storylines. This Sunday night, all these beautiful titles are on the line. Jericho, if you think you're going to get these titles off the UK invasion, you're wrong. Because we're going to take these titles to England. You see, until the WWF release, realise we are the main event, but we're not going to lose these titles and continue the war we started. They started, actually. It's only 1C+. Not bad. And then in a decent match, Tetsuya Fujima, Steve Austin and Ron Simmons defeat Owen Hart, William Regal, 1-2-3 Kid, and Taz in 8:23, and Tetsuya Fujima defeat 1-2-3 Kid by pinfall. 1-7-62, Austin 77, Tetsuya Fujima 67, Kip 53, Taz 61, 1-2-3 Kid 65, Regal 75, Owen 84, Tetsuya Fujima in performance 71C+. So Dave Austin debuted a new comeback spot that got the crowd buzzing. His psychology will be helped to use this as a go-to spot in the future. There's a music video to promote Raven. In a superb match, Psycho Sid, Razor Ramon and Sting defeated Ric Flair, Jerry Lawler and Masahiro Chono. In 8:21, Psycho Sid defeated Jerry Lawler by pinfall chokeslam. Sting 100, Razor 77, Psycho Sid 57, Masahiro Chono 85, Jerry Lawler 62, Ric Flair 93, Razor Ramon improving performance 72B minus. In about that great wrestling and good heat, Yokozuna defeated Roddy Piper in 8:53 by pinfall the Bonsai drop off stretch of Jerry Lawler. Yokozuna 81, Roddy Piper 74. No worker improvements, 73B minus. We see Sting leaving the arena. Where is he going? He's probably just leaving. Probably had enough. In about a good wrestling and decent match crowd, Kaiju Meet, Juice from the Liger, Flash Funk debuts. Eddie Guerrero and David Boy Smith defeat Goldust, Jim Deanot, Shane Douglas, Mankind, and Hunter Sam 7.9 when Flash Funk defeat Goldust by pinfall with a Dis That Don't Miss. David Boy 82, Eddie Guerrero 78, Flash Funk 70, Juice from the Liger 80, Kaiju Meet 74, Hunter Sam 58, Mankind 92, Shane Douglas 58, Jim Deanot 62, and Goldust 78. Shane Douglas in performance 73B minus. Not bad. Can't complain with that match. Quite a good one actually. We're going to skip. Next, I think, is the main event. Is it? Yes, so next up is Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart taking Nash and Pillman. In a superb match, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart defeat Kevin Nash and Brian Pillman in 15:06 when Shawn Michaels defeated Brian Pillman by pinfall the Sweet Chin Music. Bret Hart 92, Shawn Michaels 93, Brian Pillman 69, Kevin Nash 70. Shawn Michaels in Techno and Brian Pillman in Techno, 77B. That is where we end the Go Home edition on the Vengeance with 75B minus. Not our best show yet, but we've got to build Pillman up. And we'll see you guys live for Vengeance this coming Sunday night. I'm all ready to edit the shot cut, ready to edit the episode together. Only 21,995 people at the K-Rock Arena, which is less than what we was expecting. So I don't know what went wrong there, but let's begin. Tonight, the WWF brings you vengeance to the forefront. Tonight, the match has been made because of the vengeance the wrestlers have for each other. With all the titles on the line, who will walk away on top and who will leave with nothing? Like any other night, tonight is going to be a highly unpredictable night. And now, WWF brings you Vengeance Live. And we see a huge stage with Pryor going off, then we cut to the fans, and then we cut to Jim Ross and Jesse Vince McMahon at ringside. And he goes, "World of Vengeance, tonight all the titles on the line and the Undertaker has been released and he's here tonight and will be in action in our opening match." And this goes, not only that, Kevin Nash will face the Icon Sting for the WWF Championship, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair all in action. And Jim goes, "WWE census has been done and that was shit. And was shit. Let us show you a real pay-per-view. Finkley, Howard Finkel, over to you." And then in a bout of superb wrestling, Great Heat Owen Hart defeated Undertaker in 7:51 by submission and sharpshooter after distraction from Paul Bearer. Owen Hart 84, the Undertaker 94, no work improvements, 73B minus. Did I do all this? Ooh, I know what I've done wrong. Ooh. Well, I'm going to have to face the punishment of that at the end of the episode. I know what I've done wrong. In about a decent wrestling in the sheet, Raven defeated Tommy Dreamer in a fans bring the weapons match in 9:34 by pinfall for the Everflow DDT. Raven makes defense number 2 of his WWF Hardcore title. Tommy Dreamer 58, Raven 64. No work for him, 66C plus. No complaints. In about a decent wrestling below heat, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Crush in 7:50 by pinfall the springboard by Hurricanrana. Crush 56, Rey Mysterio 67. No work for him, 65C. In a bad Pro Wrestling in All Heat, Roy Brookside defeated Danny Boy Collins in 10:17 by pinfall the flying crossbody. He makes defense number 2 of his European Championship. Danny Boy Collins 49, Roy Brookside 55, no work for him, 55C minus. In a bad good wrestling in Banana Cheat, the Steiner Brothers defeated Harlem Heat in 7:46 when Scott Steiner defeated Booker T by pinfall the Steinerizer. Stevie Ray 61, Booker T 65, Rick Steiner 77, Scott Steiner 84, 73B minus, not bad at all. In a decent match, Masahiro Chono, Goldust and Shane Douglas defeat Flash Funk, Psycho Sid and Razor Ramon, and Goldust defeat Flash Funk by pinfall the Bulldog. Razor Ramon 78, Psycho Sid 60, Flash Funk 68, Shane Douglas 52, Goldust 77, Masahiro Chono 82, Douglas and in Rumble and Psycho Sid in Performance 73B minus. In above superb wrestling and good heat, Mankind defeat Juice of the Liger in 10:21 by pinfall the double arm DDT. Liger 82, Mankind 92, no work for his 77B. Yes, hold on, darling. In above terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, the Monster Abyss defeat Kip James in 7:50 by pinfall the Black Hole Slam. Kip James 52, the Monster Abyss 33, 47D. He's going to become an integral part of the company anyway. In a decent match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Kawada, Scotty Riggs and Trevor Guerrero defeated Tetsuya Fujima, Ronson with Kaiju Muta and Davey Boy. In 9:58, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Tetsuya Fujima by from the pedigree. Davey Boy 82, Kaiju Muta 78, Ronson 68, Tetsuya Fujima 69, Trevor Guerrero Jr. 60, Scotty Riggs 52, Kawada 66 and Hunter Hearst Helmsley 55. Kaiju Muta improving in technical, Kawada in performance and Tetsuya Fujima in performance. 72B minus, not bad. In about decent wrestling, the Dudley Boys defeat Edge, Christian and the head. The Dudley Boys defeat Edge and Christian, the Head Shrinkers and Nasty Boys in 2068. Elimination of Edge and Christian first, then the Head Shrinkers and finally Nasty Boys. So it's heel versus heel to end it off. Christian Cage 54, Edge 60, Devon 60, Bubba Ray 58, Fatu 62, Samu 64, Jerry Sag 74, Brian Knobbs 68. Bubba Ray's improving in performance to 69C plus. In the bad, had great wrestling and good heat. Steve Austin and Roddy Piper defeat Joe Lawler and Yokozuna in 14:23 when Steve Austin defeated Joey Lawler by pinfall with a Stone Cold Stunner. Roddy Piper 71, Steve Austin 77, Yokozuna 84, Joey Lawler 78, Roddy Piper and Rumble and 81B. In the bad, had decent wrestling with heat. Solly Vega and Taz defeat Jeff Jarrett and Shane Helms in 10:15 when Taz defeats Shane Helms by pinfall. Shane Helms 41, Jeff Jarrett 61, Taz 64, Solly Vega 57. No work improvements. Them two are getting called up today. 61C. Or tomorrow. In a bad decent wrestling below heat, the UK Invasion, Kyle Palmer, King Kendo Finley defeat Barry Horowitz, Zoink the Clown and Kenta Kobashi In 7:55 from Finley defeated Barry Horwitz by pinfall. Kenta Kobashi 71, Doink the Clown 46, Barry Horwitz 49, Finley 58, King Kenta 45, and Carl Palmer 49. Noah Quinn 60C, not bad. In the battle at decent wrestling, number cheat, Suicide defeat IRS in 7:53 by pinfall the DOA, dead on arrival. IRS 57, Suicide 55, Noah Capose 58C minus. In the battle at decent wrestling, below heat, the UK Invasion defeat the Hardy Boys in 14:37. Dave Taylor defeat Jeff Hardy by pinfall the Butterfly suplex. Yes, I'll let you out in a minute. UK Invasion made defense number 4 of their World Tag Team Championships. Matt Hardy 61, Jeff Hardy 68, Dave Taylor 57, Doug Williams 57. Doug Williams in Rumble, Matt Hardy in Performance, not bad. 64C. In a battle of great wrestling and decent match crowd, the Big Boss Man defeated Eddie Guerrero in 15:28 by pinfall the Bubba Slam. Eddie Guerrero 81, Big Boss Man 76. Boss Man in Rumble, an 81B, not bad. In a battle of decent wrestling with a match heat, 1, 2, 3 good Brian Lawler, Lance Storm, and Rick Martel defeated Rob Van Dam, Jim Powers, Chris Downs, and Ace Steel at 9:53 on 1, 2, 3 good defeat RVD by pinfall. Ace Steel 48, Daniels 50, Jim 41, Rob Van Dam 64, Rick Martel 57, and Storm 58, Brian Lawler 61, and 1, 2, 3 good 63. Noah Capone 60C, can't complain. In the battle of good wrestling and a decent crowd, William Regal defeated Chris Jericho in 1945 by penalty exploded suplex. He makes defense number 3 of his Unicorn title. Jericho 67, Regal 77. No work improvements, 76B minus, can't complain. In a decent match, Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Jim the Dean Hart in 7:37 by pinfall. Bam Bam Bigelow 78, Jim the Dean Hart 61. No work improvements, 73B minus. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Shawn Michaels defeated Brian Pillman in 15:30 by pinfall the Sweet Chin Music. 87B plus. Michaels 97, Pillman 79. No work improvements. Why couldn't we have that last night on Raw? Thank you. 87B plus, can't complain. Or last week. Next up is Ric Flair taking on Roddy Piper. Bret Hart taking on Ric Flair. I don't know what the hell I was thinking then. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated Bret Hart in 2026 by submission with a figure 4 leg lock. Bret Hart 93, Ric Flair 93, and 88B plus. I don't think the main event's going to do that well. And where's the promo? He's meant to have an interview before the main event. In a battle of fantastic heat and great wrestling, Sting defeated Kevin Nash in 1949 by pinfall the Scorpion Death Drop. He makes defense number 11 of the WWF Championship title. Kevin Nash 62, Sting 100. Kevin Nash improving the Techno on 81B. Oh, so this was meant to go before that match. For some reason it didn't happen. I don't know what the hell was going on. Woo! Tonight I'm going out there defending this beautiful title and I cannot wait. Now Ric Flair ringside and watch my match. I'm not the man I used to be. I'm the face of the WWF and I represent the WWF like on TV last night. I gave an interview and told them I'm going to win. And tonight I will win and still be WWF champion. Oh, for God's sakes, buddy. So even though we got an 80B free Blossom increase our pop line for regions, yet we didn't get the 22,500 we were expecting. We got less than that, so I don't know what the hell was going on last night. So I'm going to praise these 4 guys for wrestling. So let's make a speech. Sting was very happy. Shawn Michaels seemed pleased with the first of his. I want to thank you all for watching this episode of WWF Let the Raw Begin. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm dying in most episodes, because that's I am. Oh god, what's going on behind here? Go away, please, thank you. So this is episode number 13. We've just done episode 14. We'll see you guys live next episode in episode number 15, where we'll find out whether Kane is alive or dead. Thanks for watching, guys.